Alright, I'm back. Now, in my main front pocket here, small pocket in the front, I carry a pad of paper, a couple pens, in case I need to write down any important information quickly. I started doing that before I got my drift, in case I needed to get a plate number or some other incidents where I really needed to record information for law enforcement. If someone tried running me off the road or something like that. Still good for notes and gas mileage checks. In addition to that, I got a few sets of spare earplugs. I always wear earplugs when I'm riding to protect my ears from the wind noise. Got a helmet hanger extender for the hanger, in case I need to hang a second set of helmets off my helmet lock. For any of you who are not familiar with them, I got a parking puck made up in Canada. It's an actual Canadian hockey puck, and they grind it out for your kickstand. Works awesome in sand and stuff. It is expensive. They're $20, but if you wanted a cheap version that would do the same job, go to any electrical parts store and buy a electrical junction box cover. It'll cost you about 80 cents, and you could use one of those as a kickstand too. And if you ride away, you're not out $20, or if someone steals it, you're not out $20. You're just out an 80-cent piece of steel. But I got a parking puck, and I got the shoulder carrying strap for my tank bag there. That's what I carry in the main compartment with my keys. And got my downshift 83 keychain, and the resistance keychain, and all my other keys. And in the main compartment, what you see here, it's got the rain cover built in, inside rain cover for it. And as you can see, this isn't really that big of a tank bag. I've really got it crammed with every square inch of space that's in here. I got some very important things in here. I got my stop and go pocket tire plugger kit that uses CO2 inflators and a mushroom plug and some other tools for cleaning out the tire. If you do a search on YouTube for stop and go, you will see a very good video on how to use this. When you buy this kit, buy the kit that includes everything. It'll include some CO2 canisters, and these are the 16-gram CO2s. And instead of buying these from Stop and Go or buying them at a local store, order them on Amazon by the case. Order yourself an entire case. And they come in sizes of like 12, 16, 18, 24, and whatnot. I recommend you buy a case of 12. That'll give you enough for quite a few flats. In addition to that, the Stop and Go kit comes with this small nozzle hookup that will connect to the screw-on canisters on one end, and the other end you screw onto your bike. Well, obviously, if you screw it on directly, you're going to lose some air. And, these don't hold a lot of air to begin with. It's going to take you about 3 or 4 to fill a front tire and 4 to 6 to fill a rear on a typical sport bike tire. Maybe a couple more if you're running an exceptionally big rear tire. So what I did is I have this as a backup that comes in the kit. This is the main one that comes with the kit. And these are the mushroom plugs, and they work awesome for plugging leaks. And what I did was I augmented this with a bicycle valve. And the valve screws onto your canister, punctures the seal, and this red knob on the top, you can control open and closed, just like a normal valve. And so you have this closed, you screw it onto your canister, you lose 0 air. Then you can screw it onto your bike, still haven't lost any air, and then you can turn the valve and put 100% of your cartridge into your tire to reinflate it. These cost about $6. They have them at online places like Motorcycle Superstore or motosport.com. I believe I bought this at Motosport. They might not carry it, but a lot of bicycle websites do carry these because this is a bicycle item. But it's made specifically to work with the 16-gram threaded CO2s. It's worth its weight in gold. The kit costs you $60. This is $6. Buy yourself an extra case of the CO2s. so you have spares. And I carry enough in my kit here to fix one front and one rear flat tire. So I got 12 CO2s in here. It's a little overkill for what I got, but that will take care of a front and rear flat on my bike all at once with the CO2s. And I have some spares at home, so if I got a flat, I can fix the spare, you know, fix it and plug it, go home, and then immediately restockpile the CO2 so I got more. Now, I prefer to use the CO2s because they're fast. You can plug your tire and be back on the road in 10 minutes flat. If you haven't done it before, the first time it might take you maybe 20 minutes. To make that easier, because you never get flats when it's nice weather, and you're going to get flats in the middle of the night or when it's raining, make sure you got yourself a LED flashlight. LED is important because they'll last a long time on the batteries. Even if the batteries go flat, it will still run for quite some time on batteries. I modified this mag light with a Night Eyes 3 LED kit. Costs like, I think, $8. And this thing will run a ridiculous amount of hours on 2 AA's with the LEDs. To augment that, everybody on a motorcycle should have a Leatherman or any other multi-tool. This is a Leatherman Super Tool. It's the original. I've had this thing for probably 15, 20 years. It's worth its weight in gold. It's good for fixing things on a bike. It can help augment your stock toolkit. It's also good for pulling out ragged pieces of steel out of your tire when you got a flat. You know, when it's dug into the cords and you can't get a grip on it. This will let you get a grip on it and get it out. So those two definitely help big time. In addition to the CO2s, I bought a stop-and-go DC-powered air compressor kit. And this is the smallest air compressor kit that's 12-volt electric that's made. It's a little bit pricey. If I remember right, it's like $50. But it's the smallest one out there. As you can see, it fits in the palm of my hand. I have an extra large glove-size hand. And this is a backup to my CO2s. If the CO2s don't completely fill the tire, then I can run this and top it off. The reason why I don't always use this is I want to save wear and tear on it. And this takes a long time to fill a tire. Anybody that's used any of the small air compressors on a car tire or a bike tire, they take quite some time. You'll be there 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes running this thing to fill your tire, where the CO2s will do it fast. I'd rather just fill it, restock CO2s and go. But for some reason, if these fail, or I need to top the tire off because I can't get to a gas station if I'm really in a remote area, I can get them up to proper pressure with this. And this has a battery tender connector to hook up to your battery tender connector on off your battery, your Pigtail. It also has alligator clips to hook it up. So you're good either way. So I have 2 ways to pump the tire up after I fix the flat. The mushroom plugs of the kit are 100% effective, unless you have a long gash in your tire. If you have a standard round puncture, this will plug just about anything you can get. I've had about 9 flats so far on my 2 bikes that I fixed with this kit. I've also pulled over on the side of the road and helped countless people fix their flats, whether I'm in my car or on my bike. When I'm on my bike, this kit's with me on my bike. When I'm in my car, this is in my backpack, and I've actually fixed my car flats with this as well. And that mushroom plug does not come out like a standard plug. Once you put it in, it stays in. It will not come out. The manufacturer covers their butt, and they say that, you should get take it to a dealer, tire dealer, have it properly repaired. This is a permanent fix. I've gone well over 100 miles an hour with a double plugged rear tire, plugged front tire, never had failures. I was real careful on them at first. I still relatively am. Once I plug a tire, I generally will not exceed 65. If it's one plug on the rear, okay, I might go faster than that. On a front tire, no way. If the front tire is plugged, I won't go faster than 65, period, until I can get a new front tire. But instead of replacing the tire, if you commute, most people commute a lot on their bikes, and you're just going 65, 70, you can plug the front, and if you got a lot of tread left, you can ride the tire and get the tread life back out of it. You don't have to necessarily bend your tire right away. Another thing that's incredibly useful is an inexpensive waterproof cell phone case. Now, I got this at Walmart, and it's like a typical dry pouch where you flip it over on itself to seal. And it has snaps and it folds over and it seals. So if you're riding someplace and you got your cell phone on your person, like I carry mine on my waist, the standard leather holster, and you know it's going to be really wet and you're probably going to get soaked, you can pull over, you can put your cell phone in this, you can keep your smartphone from getting ruined. They also make some nice plastic hard cases now that are about $8 to $15 in varying sizes that will also protect your phone. They're kind of like a knockoff Pelican case on the cheap. They won't, I don't think they will work if the phone is completely submerged in water for any length of time, but they will protect it from rain for sure. So that's worth its weight in gold, just in case, to protect your stuff. As far as electrical stuff goes, between my cell phone and GPS and everything, I got different things to cover me. So I got the new battery tender USB adapter, which is 2 amp compatible, so recharge any of the newer tablets and smartphones that require a 2 amp connector. That's a good thing to have. I also got a 12 volt to USB adapter. This one's a standard 1 ampere. I got another 1 ampere USB adapter, which looks like it vibrated loose on me. Oh, I have to screw him back together again. So they, yep, parts are in the bag. Yeah, vibration on motorcycles, you gotta love it. I also got a battery tender Pigtail to 12 volt cigarette socket, so I can run 12 volt accessories, and I got 1 adapter cable for a USB micro to standard USB. So smartphone, tablet, other things, I can hook them up and be good to go. So those devices allow me to make sure that all my other items are powered up and good to go. So give me a moment to get this sealed up. I carry a bunch of extra earplugs in the main bag. 2 tire gauges, the pencil type, because these are the cheapest and most accurate you can get. Buying a $100 gauge is stupid. They break just like any other gauge. It's just like cheap versus expensive sunglasses. Buy the cheap ones. These pencil gauges are usually within a pound accuracy. You know, they cost you like 50 cents, 80 cents. Carry some extra Advil with you. Never know if you're going to get a nasty headache. If you're like me and you're a moto vlogger, carry extra batteries. I've got 3 extra drift batteries. I got the 4th inside the drift. We're running a 64 gig card in the drift. Gives me several hours of voice recording. And I also got an extra 16 gig card. I did have another 64 gig card, but I had to give it to law enforcement for an incident that happened. And I probably won't get that back for a while, so I'm probably going to have to order another one. So, in addition to that, got the old brush to help with the helmet hair. And I got just a simple small spray bottle filled with water. And I got 2 microfiber cloths. Microfiber cloths are obviously for cleaning your face shield, cleaning your camera lens. I just carry them in a doubled up plastic grocery bag. If I got to clean my visor, clean the camera, and one of them gets wet, I put that inside the double bags, and I'll keep the dry towel separate from the bags in my tank bag. So that's all the stuff that I carry in my tank bag at all times. So as you can see, in addition to the repair kit that comes on the bike, I got a Leatherman and a flashlight. And then I got electrical stuff, adapters to use other devices, cell phones, GPS, whatnot. I got double redundancy for filling my tires after I plug a flat. Keep my cell phone dry. Got something for soft sand and dirt for the kickstand. Writing utensils, earplugs, lots of earplugs. And I got my full gauntlet waterproof gloves, which always come in handy because I got the little thumb wiper, you know, when it's raining. And then I got my full gauntlet Cortec Adrenaline riding gloves that I wear whenever it's not raining for maximum protection. I did go down in these Joe Rockets. These are the Joe Rocket ballistic gloves. And if you look closely, you can see the left palm is abraded a bit and the right palm is not. That's a 35 mile per hour crash on asphalt that was wet. I had someone turn left in front of me on a green light. I had the green. He was actually waiting for an arrow. He jumped the light, turned left in front of me and cut me off. I got heavy on the brakes and crashed on a Ninja 500 and hit the pavement and skidded. Best guess, 30, 40 feet, roughly. So it just scuffed it up a little bit. I got a little bit of scuffing up on my jeans, my Kevlar jeans. And I had some very minor scuffing on the outside of my jacket here that you could barely even notice. The ballistic stuff works awesome. It survived the 35 mile per hour get off with literally no damage. So it's worth its weight. Obviously, in a faster speed get off, 50, 60 miles an hour, it's going to be throwaway item at that point, and you just replace it with another. So combine that. That's what I got in my tank bag. Other people may carry different things in their tank bag. As far as Joe Rocket, if you're listening, redesign this front compartment on your Manta bag to hold a little bit more stuff. Make it a little bit deeper. Make the entire bag a little wider, a little longer, and probably a couple inches taller. Make the entire fabric, outer fabric, waterproof all the way around. Don't dick around on it. Do it right. Charge the premium price it's going to demand, but make it completely waterproof. I don't want to have to mess around with a stupid cover. All right? The cover will semi-stay on. If you want to include the cover still on top of making it more waterproof, do it. But give it waterproof zippers like you do your jackets. They keep out the water. They're highly water resistant. Put them on there. They're real good, the YKKs. Do that. Your magnet system, totally kick butt. Never had a problem with it. When I went down on my Ninja, I had this tank bag on a tank. 35 mile an hour get off. It never even moved. So, no straps on it, nothing. Just the magnets. So, that's the setup I got in my tank bag. Sometimes I'll add a few other things. The hard case for my cell phone if I'm going on a longer trip. The reason why I say I'd like a little bit more room in that right now is I just got out of work and I'm wearing a backpack. I bring my lunch and stuff in the backpack, and I would much rather have the backpack just left at home. I'd rather have just a little bit bigger tank bag, have everything in a tank bag. If I like enough room in there for a 1 liter bottle and a sub, in addition to what you see here on this table. If it could fit that much, then I could fit a submarine sandwich or a few sandwiches and a 1 liter of water, and that'd be good. I wouldn't have to use a hydration pack or something like that. So any of you other guys out there that do a lot of commuting and riding on your bikes and you got a tank bag set up like mine or something similar, chime in with what you got, what you think good improvements would be, what you think would be good for me to swap something for something else. And basically just give us our thoughts and let me know what you think. Talk to you later.